Okay folks, it's an overcast day at the moment, so I'm going to get stuck in, and this is the last lot of demos on this micro SD card, so yeah, and I've got a new one to flick in. Actually no, we're not going full colour, we're going single. Doesn't have brown here, or does it? Should have brown. Yes, it does. I like brown. Yeah, brown. Gonna leave it on 100 for now. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have here something from the Arsehole Files. My brother's old sketchbook when he was in year 7, which was what which was when I was in year 10, and we didn't get along very well as when we were young, and even now we don't. And this is what we're doing. But my brother is basically a quintessential arsehole. And I don't like the way his attitude towards my photocopier art. He's always hated it for many years. Just like my dad, they both are tied with the same arsehole inheritance brush. You can't prove them wrong to them. They always want to be right. My brother and my father are basically teasers and bullies, even though they're not schoolies, and they're bloody awful people, and I don't care what my brother thinks anymore. He can go fuck himself, and his bullying and his bossiness. When I lived with him in the early 90s, especially in the early 90s, it was horrible. It was hellish. He was not an easy person to live with. He was always in a grumpy mood in front of me, and if he had a fight with me, he'd carry on with his grumpiness till the next day. He'd have a sleep, and then he'd still be grumpy with me the next day, which was really horrible. I don't like conflict, folks. I don't like fighting, but I always got it from him, and he always picked on me. He always wanted things his fucking way, not any other way. So I don't care what he thinks here. I'm going to fucking make him look like a dill. I don't care what he thinks, that I'm airing his fucking school materials. He was obviously not a very talented artist. He's pretty average. He was an average artist, unlike myself, but I shouldn't blow my trumpet, folks. The old saying, pride comes before a fall, as they say. So, but my brother's just a dick. He's a fuckwit. I don't like his attitude. He thinks he's always right, and so does my dad. They always think they're right. I call them Mr. Rights, because they're fucking thinking they're right all the time, even when they're fucking glaringly wrong. Now we're just going to take this off, and I just don't care anymore. I don't value my relationship with my brother anymore. I don't care about him and his type. Sorry folks, I'm just trying to fold it shut, just chuck it there. So just grab the drawing in question. But yeah, I just get they make me feel really small. I don't feel like I'm valued by them, by them both. They just treat me like I'm just a fucking pest, and I'm not going to fucking take it. I'm not going to let them walk all over me anymore. And if anything, I'm going to walk all over them. My brother, incidentally, no longer works in his favourite industry, the photographic industry. He had to take any job and he could get. So, sucked in. Maybe karma has finally got him on the arse. And I wonder why he got divorced. Because he's not a nice person, and I forgot to put it on negative. I was meant to make a negative image, but that's come up looking really quite interesting. But yeah, I just can't tolerate my brother. I don't want to see him. I don't want to talk to him. Just like my dad. Because as moment you give them the time of day, whammo, they're onto you. They take control, and they can twist and manipulate, make you feel little, and it's not going to happen. I'm not going to let them anymore. So I just treat them like shit. And I don't care what my brother thinks of my use of his drawings. He can go fuck himself. That's come up looking really quite interesting. I was hoping for more of a blue colour, but it looks the green's nice. In fact, green was my brother's favourite colour once upon a time. So I'm going to run with green and black because it's his colour. He's a fucking idiot, you know. He just used to get so grumpy, and he was difficult to live with. I tried to move out, but there was not enough housing even back in the early 90s. So I had to stay, but I could have been saved by Luigi back in 1992. And I wish I had gone with Luigi, because I could have ended my life with my brother. And he used to smoke all the time, and he was absolutely horrid, and he didn't care that I was breathing in his secondhand fucking smoke, and he smoked those horrible Marlboro red cigarettes that stunk like fuck shit, and I just had to suck it up. So the bitches are going to fucking get it. I don't care. Hopefully this will appear on the 6 o'clock news on Channel 9, and I hope my brother and my dad are watching. Dad wants me to take up painting and drawing, but I'm like my brother, I'm not a talented drawer. My brother takes good photos, I must say, just like I take good photocopies. So yeah, we're sort of similar in some respects, but our differences have consumed our relationship. So my relationship with my brother has been consumed by our differences, unfortunately. So I'm just going to line these up. And that's come up looking, yeah, quite a treat. I think we can now call this demo quits.